Welcome to another episode of Mechanic Hour with Juicing.Systems. We are now here in front of a KEB 750 single belt press. We have removed the belt, so we have a good view onto the insides of the press. What I usually inspect are the bearings. An easy one is you just turn the roller. If you hear it or feel it, resistance, then you want to look at the bearings a bit more closely. So the easy way to look at the bearing is take the cap off, and you see every cap has a slot. Put a screwdriver in it, turn it, comes off, and you can see already there's water in here, there's moisture in here. You can see the bearing, it's probably rusted in here. Look at the other side, same thing. Cap comes off, and we're seeing a pretty well-worn, rusted out bearing. It's interesting because most of the time the bearings that we see fail are on this arm, and I suspect is one of the places where you can spray water into the shaft seal very easily because it's so exposed. So whenever we clean the presses, we never pressure wash on the shafts. We can open this and look at it, but yeah, no water coming out, so a little bit of rust can be, yeah, and there's our culprit. Same, pretty rusty. So you can repeat the process with all the other bearings.
Check it,
So this is a good bearing, you can see that. The reason probably, again, I say this probably, is that the water doesn't come in through the outside. We have a good seal and a cap on it that takes pretty good care of protecting it from water, but it's really hard to get at the shaft seal from here because it's so far away from a pressure washer. Pretty good bearing here. Pretty good bearing here. Oh, that looks. Still works, but again, we're doing preventative maintenance, so might be a good one to take off. And we do the same on the other side. So to take the bearing off, you take the 4 screws off around it. Then you take off the center. There we go. That comes off. And then the whole, it's a slip, so it's a slip-on bearing, so this whole thing comes off. Then you have a shaft seal, and you can see here the shaft seal itself. So this is where the shaft seal sits. You want this to be smooth. And once the bearing is out, you put it on a table. You have a snap ring tool. That brings out the snap ring, and then turn the thing around. We have this, punch it out, bearing comes out, and then if you want to turn around,
take out the seal.
Take out the seal, get the more big hammer, a couple of bangs. So now you have bearing out from one side, seal out from the other side, and you're good to go.
That's it.
Okay. So once you have the bearing together, we basically just reinsert it into press. Align the holes. Make sure that the grease zerk is accessible, and also make sure that you put some grease on your screws, because it makes it a hell of a lot easier to take them out.